The crowd goes wild, the feel of pigskin on his hands. As, as the world's Lord looks down on him as he commands his team on the gridiron. Down by a ton, there's 2 minutes left in the game. Yet he always finds a way to win in this crucial time. Tebow time. Yes, I'm talking about Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was the most unique athlete who has both succeeded and failed at the same time. Tim Tebow wins his haters over with his toughness, his determination to win, and his enthusiasm and faith in his teammates in the face of adversity. Tim Tebow is the ideal image of toughness on the football field as he plays the quarterback position unconventionally. He putting his body on the line to put his team in a good position to win. He treats football as if he were a warrior on the battlefield, taking punishment as defensive linebackers rush through the offensive line in a flash. Tim hits them and bounces off of them like a raging bull. He does all this with a smile. During one of his games playing at Florida U against Florida State in 2008, he was in a heated rivalry game which caused a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to be spilled. He messed his jersey up with a mixture of blood and paint from the turf from being sacked and hit so many times. Tim Tebow never backs down from adversity and always kept his head up as he won this hard-fought game 45-10 as the rain fell down like bombshells in a war zone. Has anyone ever told you that you weren't good enough or you can't do something? This was often the case with Tim Tebow. He did not fit the conventional model of a quarterback as he played with a run-first mentality. He put himself in the way of physical harm. This did not faze Tim Tebow, however, as he would run into a wall of defense without a second thought. Since Tim was a baseball pitcher as well, he would throw with a wonky mechanic, super hard and with a long windup and slow release, making him a sitting duck for defensive linemen and backs. This led him to throw inaccurately a lot of the time. These factors led to NFL analysts to doubt his ability to compete at the professional level. Also, the fact that he was left-handed made his doubters stronger, as the idea of a left-handed quarterback was very rare in the NFL. Tim, through all this adversity, was rubber as his haters were glue. Because he kept proving them wrong each week. Statistically, he struggled through 3 quarters of the game, but in the last quarter, he would find a way to pull out the victory, thus making his doubters eat their words. This determination is one of the reasons why I look up to Tim Tebow, as he didn't really care what people thought about him. He just wanted to play football for his teammates and his Lord. One of my favorite motivational quotes is, "Some of the best advice that I have ever received came from someone that told me that I couldn't do something." I like this quote because as I have physical similar challenges with being disabled. A lot of people doubt my ability to do things, and I love to prove them out, like Tim Tebow did in a few short weeks in 2011. Tim Tebow's unwavering faith in his religion and his teammates was a sports phenomenon, gaining a lot of media coverage. During every game, he would kneel on one knee in a thinker position and pray. This became known as Tebowing. This often led to a magical occurrence where the Broncos would win and come back in the last 2 minutes of the game against undeniable odds. This pattern seemed to be a big coincidence, but in reality it was Tim Tebow's ability to have complete faith in his teammates and to bring enthusiasm to the game of professional football. Even through the darkest of times, he would shine the light and teach his teammates the meaning of not giving up, and it's never too late to make a comeback. Tim Tebow's boyish Christmas morning approach to football helped bring a fresh perspective to the world of professional sports. As too often, athletes lose the love for the game as they only are doing it for a dollar sign, but not Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow's leadership helped bring his team closer together whether they won or lost. This often made his teammates better around him. Tim Tebow was an interesting phenomenon because he was not permanent. Similar to a passing trend, he only lasted a short while, but made a big impact on my young impressionable brain. Even though some people didn't like the way he played football statistically, they were still floored by how inspirational and transformative he made the game of football. And how he was able to compete at the most demanding level of sports. Tim Tebow is the perfect example of changing how we view professional sports without trying to. Doing your best and being yourself and not letting other people's judgment affect him. As Tim Tebow would say, success comes in a lot of different forms, but it does not come with money and fame, and it doesn't come with fame. Tim Tebow played the game for his love of the game, not for a dollar sign. Tim Tebow would always have a place in my heart.